can mean many different things to many different people. To a zookeeper, it can mean saving an endangered species. To a working mom, it can mean making ends meet. However, to a baker, bread only means one thing: another exciting day at work. Manje, we are giving you freshly baked career advice in measuring the ingredients involved in being a successful baker. Bread and other baked goods are an important part of everyday life, from the rolls we use for hot dogs to the cakes we cut into at birthday parties and weddings. Bakers work tirelessly to ensure that we get the daily bread so many of us pray for. Now, baking involves using a wide variety of ingredients to create an even wider variety of foods products for us to consume. I'm a baker's slave over hot ovens day in and day out to ensure that our peanut butter and jam never lacks a fresh slice. Kodwa-ke, baking is not only about putting bread on the table, it's also about creating delicious delicacies that warm our hearts and fill our tummies using some of the most basic food items known to men. Kumanje, our career guard oven is preheated, and it's time to give a rise to more detailed information on this hot career.
There are an estimated 600 in-store bakeries in major supermarket groups, 250 franchise bakeries, and 3,500 to 4,500 small independent bakeries and in-store cafe bakeries. The total production of bread based on flour sales in 2003 was 2,800 million loaves. This is approximately 62 loaves for every South African during the year, or nearly 3 slices of bread per day for each person. The market was approximately 12 billion.
So but manje asithi khona manje kunomntwana sekhawuhleli manje ubukele uyazibuza ukuthi naye ufuna uqala ibakery kudingakalani ke step by step izinto mhlawumbe umuntu ekumele azibheke before aqala ibakery yakhe.
You have to check location yakho, it's important. And then you also need funds, ne? And funds, I know most of us, we think the only way to go is to go through Abo Umsobo and all those other institutions. You can take a personal loan, like in my case, I took a personal loan. Okay. Yes, and you also need training. Even if you don't have a full understanding of bakery, but you need the basics.
Yeah.
But training, that's what I learned. You know the kind of machinery that you need, you know ingredients, and also you learn the calculations. So many kgs, the flour, they keep us so many whatever products or silver or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So manje, in terms of research you are using, we conduct kanjani? Did you just go door to door or conies into zenzi?
No, like the most people that I spoke to are people about some furniture house, because my main product is bread.
Yeah.
So I conducted some like research now about asking how many loaves you buy per day. If I have to deliver you ilento isinkwa so and they were keen to support that, and for them it was convenient.
Business was capital or funds to start up the company. How did you source some funds?
Initially, I was gonna go the funding route because even my business plan was like the drafting of it. It was funded by them. Right. But with time, I realized that route was going to take me longer. Then I took a personal loan with ABSA. I took a loan 90,000, and then I used some of my savings to add up to that, because 90,000 was a bit little.
90,000
and to think I was buying used machines. You can imagine if somebody had to buy new machine, it's gonna be even more. But that shouldn't be to be honest, from fulfilling your dream. Money is not a problem. It's because I wanted to make a difference, not only in my life, but like in my community, to the township here, to give it, number one, to give it a facelift, and secondly, to bring convenience to the people, because people have had to travel for amakeke, going to town by Watenga, and then also to the people that work for me. You know that there's nothing against like knowing somebody ulala edlile because I've paid them a salary.
But was it always you wanna be your own boss now one day, or it just happened?
Of course, no one wants to work for somebody forever. Like I felt I want to be independent and I want to live large. Yeah, I don't believe in mediocrity.
Yeah. But then why a bakery? Couldn't you maybe a garage, maybe a tuck shop, or why specifically the business? ongene kulo?
For me, I felt it's my strong point. It's a skill in good to go. And like I say, I've identified the gap, the need, and there's no fully fledged confectionery.
Njengoba usibonile ukuthi we have established that a baker is someone who uses a variety of ingredients to create baked goods. Now, although a kiss is not exactly the most popular ingredient, their final products are beloved around the world. Manje-ke njengoba ubona ukuthi baking is definitely a skill, and as such bakers can earn very decent salaries ranging from 48,000 rands to 100,000 rands per annum, or around 4,000 rands to 8,000 rands per month. Manje-ke, depending on how much they bake and who they bake for, they can earn even more. For example, a confectionery chef at a top 5-star restaurant will fetch a higher salary than someone who makes amagwenya and hot cross buns ekasi. Regardless of this though, all bakers are skilled individuals whose products hardly lack an appreciative audience. This is because baked goods, especially isinkwa, land on every table every day. There are many opportunities for employment and entrepreneurship. A simple donut or hot dog roll seems like an easy to create end product, but the truth is that blood, sweat and tears go into making it. Well, maybe not the blood and the tears, but definitely the sweat part, because the environment a baker works in is usually warm because of the ovens and other heat-based cooking tools that are used. Some of the job opportunities include working in a restaurant. Kodwa-ke, you could also set your eyes on working in a bakery and become a confectionery department employee. An experienced baker could also become a private chef or bakery owner, whilst others may enjoy the freelance lifestyle. Another very interesting avenue could be a food writer or critic, or even a teacher. They say that if you can't stand the heat, then get out of the kitchen. Kumanje-ke, let's check out exactly how much heat a baker usually has to stand in a day.
Siyazi ukuthi businesses izinto ezibalekile location, because ungaba ne bakery enhle enza yonke into zibe mnandi zibe zinhle, but if ile ndawo ine wrong here business. So for when you choose a location ekhethile ukhethe kanjani?
Initially I was gonna use a shop around the corner, like the one that I'm using for selling amapanicha house khona manje. It's just around the corner. And while doing my further research, I realized that place was gonna be too small for a bakery. I heard from my employees, this place is a vacant. Like, so when I heard I went to the landlord, who is someone engikhulele phambi kwakhe. So nangikhuluma naye, he offering indawo, and for me it was a plus ngoba uyabona nawe esemehleni abantu. Everybody, ama-taxi, the public at large, they can see the place. And I hired people, and today I have 7 people working for me. Yeah, it's doing well. I'm on the right track, I must say.
So in terms of a price yakho, to know which isinkwa maybe uzosibiza ngemali engaka, ama-Chelsea pani azoba imali engaka, ubeka kanjani ama-prices wakho, or is there a set price for wonke ama-bakeries lenisebenzisana?
No, it depends. Ukuthi phela ngithi we use the different suppliers. Obviously, there are those suppliers that are expensive, like the ones that I use. Their products are good, but they're expensive. So what you do is you do a calculation. So you check what is a bag of flour. It's 12.5. I know what is keep izinto zingaga, and then yeast engaga, and then premix engaga, and then you do your calculations.
Laqala stick kwezezikhoyo ukwenzela uba azi ukuba ngabe i-customer nasiza andidla nto sengqondweni yakhe yedwa i-customers yazi ukuba ngabe ufuna ukwengeza. So funeka aqala i-range yakhe mayihlale ikhona le i-range emihla ngemihla.
Doesn't matter how good you are, if you don't have the right start, you're never going to come right. You're never going to get it right. Being the center I'm in is basically a discount center, so we are a lot cheaper than most other places that are in the same league as what we're doing. The same stuff we're doing, I'm a lot cheaper than them. But it's because I identified that the center, our key shop here is a discount center, so I had to do the same. I had to fit in with the center. Obviously, you do the same in another center, but also it's also determined, but you pay your rentals. All your expenses determine actually what you can sell for. So if you knew you're going to be too expensive, if you open it in a high-profile area and you're going to be too expensive, people are going to know the difference and they're not going to buy it. So you need to open in a center like this, for instance, where you know your overheads are not that high.
So ngaba bazokunika i-guideline ukuba fanele kuhambe kanjani ukuze ukwazi ukungena ebhizinisini. bazokucebisa ngokuba mawuye kuma-Inca East apho uzothola khona i-training, uye kuma-Ruto Mills apho uzothola khona i-training, kutsho ukuthi uzoyithola through uba mawuhambe ebantwini esebephakathi efieldini.
Believe it or not, Bafethu, baking actually is a science. Bakers have to know how to measure the units of the ingredients abazowasebenzisa. They must also know how long it takes for each different baked item to be cooked and how high the heat can be before it gets burnt, before isha. Kumbula-ke ukuthi with all this measuring and timing, education becomes a necessity. If you are looking into a career of baking, recommended subjects include English, consumer studies, and mathematical literacy as your main high school subject. Now, many of us consider ourselves fancy cooks, but a professional baker will need adequate training before they can earn their oven gloves. There are many schools, universities, and FET colleges that can give you great training and also give you a recognized qualification, such as the SA School of Weddings, the Prue Leith Chefs Academy, Capsicum Cooking, and many, many more. Junior bakers amaningi, they take up apprenticeships by learning from the best to become a great baker. Mangabe, when lapekaya you are interested in a career in baking, then you should be creative and you need to be a perfectionist. You will need to be patient and alert at all times. Ngazo zonke inkati, and with personal hygiene being a must, you will need to always be clean and presentable. And of course, it will definitely help you to be passionate about food. Ukudla. Ngoba manje uzobusebenzisa ama-ovens ashisa kakhulu and various sharp objects and other mixers, being a baker does pose a small danger for anyone who does not pay attention while they work. Although baking doesn't exactly spark Formula One excitement, bakers can actually travel the world preheating ovens in every other corner of the globe. Manjege, the work environment is generally fast-paced, especially at a busy restaurant. A really smart baker, however, will stay in familiar surroundings and start their own bakery, creating job and work opportunities and sparking revenue. With that said, I hope we've managed to put some yeast in your culinary dreams so you can rise to the occasion and be the best thing since sliced bread.